Hey, it's Jaya, and first video of the decade, and I'm already in my bathrobe. I think we've come full circle. But I'm not without my reasoning. I have made a New Year's resolution to try and keep my promises, which obviously means I should never make another promise again in my life. But back in December, I promised I would start doing the character self-care Saturdays, which is something I've been planning on doing for a long time. Right now it is Sunday, so I am filming it on Sunday, so I will give myself the entire week to edit and perfect this video. My schedule is about to get a lot more hectic with my final semester of college coming up, so I can't make any promises in terms of videos for a while. But I want to do this because I've wanted to do it forever. And I want to keep my promises to myself and to you guys that I'd be doing this video. So Character Self-Care Saturdays is going to be essentially me breaking down fictional characters into self-care ideals or routines. Just things you can do to better yourself and to, take care of yourself. Self-care. As you probably have already gathered, this first one is going to be about Spider-Man. Spider-Man is one of my favorite characters as of right now. And as of the past 2 years, I love the Spider-Verse. I love all different versions of Spider-Man. We all have a lot to learn from Spider-Man in terms of what we should and shouldn't do. All versions of Spidey were considered in the making of this video. And you may not like some of the versions of Spidey. We know everyone has their preference. Just don't clown in the comments. Go have your nostalgia circus somewhere else. There is a possibility of other Spider people being brought in on other Saturdays. I know Miles is already on my roster, but for now we're just going to focus on Pete. It was really hard to narrow down this list of 5, but that's kind of what I'm going for. So with that out of the way, I think we should start. We live in a day and age where everything is connected. Technology can bring us very close to people who are very far away. But we also live in a day and age where everyone is constantly busy. We often feel like there's never really time to stop, breathe, and appreciate the world around us and the people around us. Whether you're saving the city or saving up for a new car, it's still very important that you find time to spend with friends. Reconnect with an old friend. Help your family around the house. Just do little things to remind the people you care about that you care about them. And that will make not only them, but you feel a whole lot better. I feel like this is going to be a common one with hero characters and protagonists in general. But I think it's really important that you help others in order to help yourself. Like how in number 1, when you get that feeling of connection from showing your loved ones that you care about them, helping others helps you get that connection with strangers even. Obviously, you don't need to fight a goblin or stop a moving train to help others. Sometimes it's just as simple as being an open ear. It's always important to help where you can, because you never know what the consequences of not acting might be. We've all heard J. Jonah Jameson go on a spiel about how Spider-Man is a menace. How he's a vigilante, and since what he's doing is against the law, it's inherently wrong. And although that's a debatable point, we all know Spider-Man is ultimately trying to do the right thing. Trying to be a hero while protecting his family. There are always, consistently, throughout your life going to be people who will not support what you do. There will be people who will go out of their way to undermine what you do. What's important is to ignore that hate, and always find a way to get back up and keep doing what you're doing. While yes, Peter Parker is Spider-Man, he's also a scientist, and a photographer, and a huge nerd in general. And although him being Spider-Man is important and essential to the story of Spider-Man, it doesn't stop him from enjoying his other passions. Sometimes you just need to take a break from saving the city and save some time for yourself. And who knows, your passions and skills may help your line of work. Peter didn't know science, he couldn't design web fluid. We all know that when Peter is in a pickle, he relies on advice from his Uncle Ben. Although he does try and do a lot of stuff on his own without the assistance of others. It's important to understand that without Uncle Ben's advice and help from other characters, Spider-Man would fail. As mentioned in number 1, relationships are such a vital thing. And not only should you show the people you care about that you care about them, but you should also let them care about you. Listen to them when they're concerned about you or concerned about other things. And be open to their advice and their help. There's a lot more good than bad in the world. This isn't Marvel New York. So that concludes our first Character Self-Care Saturday. I'm super excited. Hopefully the next one will be soon. I'm not going to make any promises because I know my schedule is going to get super hectic pretty much as soon as I'm done editing and uploading this video. Please consider supporting me on one or both of my Patreon accounts. Please. I'm very poor. And maybe consider following some of my social media. Be sure to comment what you thought of this video. You can also comment character recommendations, characters you want to see a Character Self-Care Saturday video made of. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And maybe even subscribe. I mean, I'm sure it's what Uncle Ben would have wanted. I hate myself for making that joke. And with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll catch you later, my dudes. Bye.